all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Mig.
All right, you guys can hear me, but you can't see me. I'm having camera difficulty, so give me a few seconds. Let me get it fixed. I'll be right there. 1 second, 1 second. There. This shit sucks. I don't know why the camera just did it, but it just did it. So give me 1 second. All right, well, I'm going to talk anyway. So welcome to the Big Mig Show. Here with your host, the invisible George Ballantyne. Lance is MIA. I don't know. It's just coming out to be a great morning. Nothing's working. Hold on. Camera's booting up. 1 second. 1 second. Goddamn cameras. Let's see. Damn, doesn't want to fucking work. I don't know what the hell's going on today. Shit is crazy. Don't know. Testing. What a day. What a day for this shit to happen. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Having problems. Hold on. FML. Oh, here we go. It's working. Hey, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. I'm your host and only host, George Ballantyne. Sorry for that little mix up. I don't know. Sometimes we could have tech issues, but it is what it is. But it's working now. I'm back. We're here. AV, everybody can hear me, I see. So always something with tech that happens. What are you going to do? But we always say, tip of the spear. Liberty means anything at all. It means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. And guess what? You get to hear me today, no Lance. I'm just checking to see if he's around. But hope everybody's doing well. But we're going to give a shout out to the sponsor before we get going, because we got to do it. And check out what I'm holding. 62.2 gram prepper bars. They're perforated. They're easily broken down into your choice of 3 different denominations. You can see it to fit anything you need, whether it be asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or this unique utility for barter and trade. This prepper bar will make a perfect gift for all those precious metal lovers out there. Now, they're exclusively made in the USA because there's a lot of fakes coming out of China and other countries. So these babies are made in the USA. They're available both in gold and silver. And these little slim prepper bars, I have a little in my case, they fit neatly in your wallet. So go to thebigmigbar.com. You could use the code PREPPER in all caps. You get a discount for gold or silver. Once again, it's thebigmigbar.com. QR code's right here next to me. They come in gold and silver, so you pick anything you want. I'm just looking at the cameras, making sure everything's working right. I hate when this shit happens. All right. You know, we're going to be talking about Iran, crypto, oil, a lot of shit going on. Let me show you the thumbnail that Lance made. Because Iran's still being Iran. They're getting to do whatever they want. Pretty much, basically. They got that crypto war chest. They're hiding everything. But how are they able to do it? I thought the internet was out. Or is it just a regime took the internet away from people? Who the freak knows? But this is a crazy story. I'll put it up with the thumbnail, with this thing. So let me go into this. They're smuggling, they say, around $3 billion in crypto. And they're doing this, they're sending it to their terror proxies. All during a total internet blackout. I don't know. Are they using Elon's internet over there? You got bombs falling from the skies. Hezbollah is still going on over there. Houthis are still attacking. Where are they getting their money from? Well, it's got to be Iran, right? Where else are they going to get it from? Has to be Iran. Let me move that picture, make it better. But so, all these bombs hitting Iran, right? You got bombs hitting everywhere. They say the Iran Navy's crippled. It's gone. Their Air Force is gone. Meanwhile, there's missiles still being hit on American places, and whether it be Saudi Arabia, Qatar, anywhere. Bahrain. There's a blockchain expert that's been doing a deep dive into this. He's exposing this regime's, they're calling this the darkest financial secret. Now, if you look at the country, they're pretty much in digital darkness, right? Nationwide internet blackouts. But the Revolutionary Guard they're moving tens to hundreds of millions in crypto. And they're funding all this terror. Meanwhile, what is going on? The guy's name is Omar Radier. He's the CEO of Rakia firm. It's a firm specializing in open source crypto pattern detection. And he's detecting a lot. He's right there on the screen in there. But they have, it's crazy, 7.78 billion crypto ecosystem that's dominated by the Iran Revolutionary Guard. Now, Iran's on-chain activity hit over 7.78 billion in 2025 alone. That's just 2025, 7.78 billion. What the hell? And you have their networks, those networks, Iran are controlling about 50% of value received in late 2025. That's more than 3 billion moved that year. And the year before that was like 2 billion. That's a big difference, right? Moving up. Now, all these funds, they're supporting all the terrorist groups, the proxy networks, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. And what's going on? Israel's bombing parts of Lebanon to get rid of Hamas over there and Hezbollah. But what else we got going on? We got illicit oil sales. Now, let's go to, we're going to go to outflows. Hold on. Let me switch. It's tough doing this all by myself, but I'm doing it because I'm the man. Post-strike outflow explosion. So in the hours and days after February 28th, U.S. Israeli strikes, they hit all the major Iranian exchanges that saw roughly 10.3 million in crypto outflows. Some wallets historically tied to the Iranian guards and that stupid Ayatollah. What are they doing? So when they did a blackout of the internet, who got to stay online? Only the regime was able to stay online. All the civilian internet was gone. They had nothing, but Elon came in to help that. But during that time, you had over 1,000 crypto transfer nodes that remained active in cities like Tabriz and Shiraz. I mean, remember, you ever see the movie about Snowden? When he said we can shut someone's country's electricity down by tapping a button on a keyboard. They have those capabilities. Oh, my mic gain is too much? I'm going to lower it. How's that? Is that better? I'm probably yelling, not even realizing it. Thanks, video. Or Holly. Yeah. Is that better? Yes, no, maybe so. Hopefully. So, the regime is just doing what they want. So why don't we just shut it down? Why don't we just shut down their electricity and everything? We have the capabilities. Why aren't we doing it? I'm going to get into more of why we're not doing things that we should be doing. Now, you always hear Lance talking about the regime that they have Bitcoin mining and they're stealing electricity from the hospitals and stuff. How come they're still doing that? Did we hit those Bitcoin mining facilities? Did we take it away? They have 2 to 5% of the global hash rate over there in Iran. That's big. That's a big. And they're actually subsidizing sites like including mosques. So we're still allowing this. We get to bomb all their other places, but just take out their older facilities. Fuck it. Enough's enough. Stop playing games. You're going to ask me, why does this matter? People are like, wow, who cares? Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. But these aren't civilian traders, people. The IP addresses, the nodes are persistent during the total blackout, and they all point back to the regime. And they're just stealing money from the citizens and sending it abroad. Now, did you see? I'm going to skip some. You know the Iran new supreme leader? We took, I think it was Monday. We were taking everybody asking bets on when he's going to be taken out. Well, that dumb idiot, he just declared that the U.S. military bases in the region should immediately close and will be attacked. He also said he ordered the Strait of Hormuz to remain closed and to utilize all available resources to further close the Strait of Hormuz and take action in all the vulnerable areas of the enemies. Today's Thursday. I think he's going to be gone by Friday or Saturday. I think Monday I said Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure we go back to that and review that, but I'm saying he's done. He just threatened all the U.S. military and everything. He's done. That's all they needed for him to say something stupid and justify bombing them. So happy my son doesn't serve in the Middle East any longer. Huh? Pray for all our soldiers. But here's the kicker. Do you know Iran is exporting more oil through the Strait of Hormuz than before the war? How is that possible? How is Iran exporting more oil during the wartime where we're supposed to have control of the Strait of Hormuz right now? They bombed all those mine ships. They decimated their navy, but they're increasing oil exports? Even though with the war and the Arab countries are reduced production? Since February 28th, Iran has loaded an average 2.1 million barrels daily. And that's surpassing February's figures. Anybody want to tell me how or why? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just curious. If we have so much control over there, how are they getting their tankers? Why aren't we not just seizing their tankers, taking that oil and selling it? Pay for the freaking war. That'd be a good idea, right? We should pay for it somehow. Let them pay for it. But there's something even better. Iran had around 15 ships that have crossed the strait since the conflict began. 15 ships. Why don't we take them? But here's a better one. It's called Karg Island by Iran. That's their country, they say, their cash register. Right? They have, I think, a lot of oil reserves there, or they keep a lot of stuff. Why don't we just take that island? How come we didn't take it already? It's an island. You tell me we can't seize a little island with all our military might, all the countries backing now, wanting to get in on the action? Take the fucking island already. Stop pussyfooting around. It's crazy. I want to play the clip. I want to show you. Listen to this shit.
And we also have Karg Island, 15 miles off Iran's coast, their main export terminal, essentially the country's cash register. Karg's Iran's oil lifeline. If we seize it, it's over. That option remains on the table.
That's a big motherfucking if. If. Seize the damn thing. Yeah, he does, Sherry. By the way, Jim, I got your email. It's totally going off track. I'm going to respond to your email later. And I respectfully disagree. But anyway, it's a whole different story. Jim's a good guy. Maybe just a little misguided, but he's a great guy. Smart man. So, all right. So, you seen the island. Why haven't we taken it? You got asked that question. I'm going to say this because a lot of people don't want to say it. Bibi Netanyahu from Israel wants to keep fighting. He wants wars because it takes away from the distractions of his case over there where they're trying to try him in the courts. And he's been doing anything he can to get away from that because they keep delaying it because there's scenarios in war. That's right. I said it. I don't give a shit. He's a smart guy. He's sneaky. He knows what he's doing. And he's just trying to beat that rap. But who's paying for it? We have what? How many soldiers killed? 7, 8? I mean, if you're just going to take Iran, fucking take Iran already. Just start carpet bombing the fucking place and take that island. Decimate them. We know, we can. We have the capabilities, but why we haven't done it yet? That's a question you need to ask yourselves. I'm still trying to figure it out. But what are you going to do? It is what it is, right? Yeah, I got something funny for you guys. I made this up. This is mine, by the way. I take full responsibility. Israel this, Iran that. I ran out of money and the struggle is real. I'll leave it up for a few seconds so you guys can double read that. Hope you guys like it. It's funny, right? It's funny shit. It's on the screen now for you guys. You guys have a little delay, but it is what it is. That's mine. That's all mine right there. I did that. But here is Iran, right? But yesterday news came out, and this is mind-boggling, right? FBI, this is the FBI now, our great FBI, Cash's FBI. They're warning California police departments that Iran may retaliate against the U.S. by launching offensive drones toward the west coast of the United States. Now, when I read that headline, I'm like, wait, what? How the hell is Iran going to launch drones against... Well, if you do hit California, can you just take out Gavin Newsom, please? That's all I ask. Nah. But how's that even possible? Do they have sleeper drone cells here now? I mean, all right, you can go buy a drone in a store and put explosives and use it. I mean, certainly, really, you can do it. It's not that hard. You just need to get the right stuff. That's the hard part. But this is where we're at right now. This is the FBI saying this. Now, I don't get it. They acquired this information. Look at this. Early in February this year. That Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland. You remember last year when New Jersey had all those drones every night? Sometimes they were huge drones. Nobody could say where they come from. Nobody knew nothing. And then, who was it? One of the politicians from Jersey said, they're coming off an Iran warship off our coast. He said it. You can look it up, find it. You think to yourself, wait a minute. Is he just bullshitting us? He's just saying it? How the hell does Iran have a warship or a ship with drones on our waters, by our shores? How did we even allow that? I mean, is it true though? Because now they're putting out warning police departments in California. I wonder why California? It probably, because Iran, if you're coming from the Middle East, you'd hit New York first. Why California? Maybe they just don't like all the gays over there, specifically Newsom. It's possible. I don't know. You know how Muslims are. They don't like no gays. Shit. But it's crazy. And then they asked Trump this question, and this is what I just don't get. And they asked Trump, he's getting on the plane, and they asked him about the drones, and they're saying they're Iranian terror cells. He goes, the ones that are located here, he goes, we have our eye on all of them. What do you mean you have your eye on all of them? What kind of fucking answer is that? Thank you, Shelly, for the 5 subs you just gifted. Appreciate you, dear. Shelly Rose, 777. But why is Trump saying we have our eye on all of them? If they're terror cells, go fucking lock them up. You have your eye on them. I'm going to play a clip, and I'm going to come back, because this is fucked up.
Try to hit us back. Have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are. We've got our eye on all of them, I think.
Is it dozens?
They came in through the open border policies of Sleepy Joe Biden, one of the worst president in the history of our country. And we've got our eyes on all of them. But the war itself is being prosecuted at a level that nobody's seen before. It's pretty amazing to watch.
We have our eye on all of them. I don't get it. Why not you go in there and just lock them all up? If they're terrorist cells, does that make sense to anybody? I'm trying to watch the chat to see what you guys are saying, but does that really make sense? Come on, I love DJT. I love Trump. I respect him. He does a great job, but that's just dumb. I mean, is it because our FBI is incompetent? Oh. Is that why we can't go get him? I mean, shit. What has the FBI done? They haven't done much of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Little stuff. When it comes to anything that really thwarts, like, you know, changing the direction of this country in a good way, they haven't done shit. But I just can't get over that statement. We have our eyes on all of them. If they're Iranian terror cells that are in this country, why are you not locking them up, rounding them up? I just want to know. Can anybody explain that? That's what I would ask Trump if I was a reporter. What do you mean? You have your eye on them. Why, if they're terror cells, lock them up. Look what happened in New York. You had two guys that said they don't know each other, just happen to go on the same day with same type of explosive to New York to try to blow up IEDs. And then they had more of those IEDs in locker in Pennsylvania. But they didn't know each other. So what does that tell you? That there's a terror cell network that's either grooming these kids, teaching them how to do this. How many more? You know, that's nothing, those two guys. You know there's got to be more out there. I'm telling you, if you got to walk around in any city, you shouldn't even go. Stay away. I would. It ain't worth it. I'm going to close something down. So, I mean, stay out. Stay away from the cities, because there's got to be, if there's more terror cells that they know about, and he had these two kids with these IEDs, then what's going to happen? Shit, I don't even want to leave the house. I'm not going near any kind of cities right now. I'm telling you, stay away, because you don't know where they're going to hit. It could be anywhere. Florida, Cali, Chicago, Georgia. There's probably Iranians everywhere, but they're sleeper cells, right? You don't know who they are till they come out. Well, the FBI knows, according to Trump, but they're not doing anything. It's almost like you see, with Iran still getting off some missiles they're firing and drones, you tell me that our CIA and the Israel Mossad, they didn't know where these sites are and stuff? That they didn't have targeting packages ready to take those out too? It's almost like they're allowing this stuff happen to justify, doing more of what they're doing in Iran. It's bad enough. Do you see the one of our Tomahawk missiles from a targeting package from the U.S. military struck a school in Iran and killed all those school children? A bunch of schoolgirls too, I believe it was, but it's children. The sitcom from the internal review said it was a mistake. That's a fucking big mistake. Just killed a bunch of kids. That shouldn't happen. Even though it's war, but we're not a rogue regime. We don't just throw missiles anywhere. We hit targets. How did they not know that wasn't a target? A bunch of kids got killed. Could have been your kids, anybody's kids. But it's okay because it was a mistake? No, it's not okay. Think about all those parents that just lost their kids. Nobody should take out the regime, but stop playing games. Just get rid of them already. We know where they listen, Mossad, Mossad's in Iran right now. They've been in there. They have agents. They know where everybody is. They ain't stupid. They have people working in their regime probably. Take them all out already. Get it done and over with. Stop playing games. Get our boys and girls back home and end this shit and free Iran and call it Persia. That's it. No more Iran. Just call it Persia. The people will be happy. I'm just trying to read the chat. They need to shit or get off the pot and get it done quickly. Yeah, I know. I'm just reading the chat. Let me see. We're under God's judgment, and rightly so. There's no fix for this anymore. Only getting our individual hearts right with Christ. Well, yes, but we have to try. Because when you go in front of judgment, in front of Jesus Christ, you're going to ask you, how come you didn't try, my son or daughter? Well, we're trying, right? We're voicing our opinions, saying whether we approve or disapprove. I'm telling you, midterms, we're fucked. Midterms, done. We ain't winning. It's over with. All the stuff they're trying to do, all the work. I'm just looking at text messages. Everything we've been doing, we ain't winning. There's no way. Can't get nothing passed in Congress. Can't get the SAVE Act. They're going to bring it to the floor. We ain't getting 60. We don't even have 60 votes. You have Murkowski and Mitch McConnell there. They're definitely voting no. They already said it. We have 54 senators. So now we're down to 52. There's probably a couple more stragglers. I don't know if any Democrats are going to vote for it. Probably not. Maybe one, maybe Fetterman, maybe a couple. But we're not getting 60 unless there's some big shock and surprise that we don't know about. So why even bring it? Just filibuster the damn thing and do it that way. But once again, GOP don't want to do nothing. No balls, no guts, no glory. Who suffers? We do. We got to suffer. And it's bullshit. By the way, before I forget, tomorrow we're going to have Doc Mike Schwartzeroni come on. Dr. Mike Schwartz, but we call him Schwartzeroni when he comes on this show. That's his name. He wants to hang with us. It's got to have the vowel. Can't have the weird name, even though he says he's Italian, which is suspect in my book. I'll call him out in that shit tomorrow. I don't care. But you have to think, and I want you to think that I talk like this because I give you guys time to digest shit. I'm not Lance where I talk, spit it out. You're like, what? What do you say? How much? No. We're playing games on so many levels. Trump is going around endorsing this one, endorsing that one. He's starting to do rallies with them, which is good, but it's not going to help. Maybe a little bit here and there, but it's not. I see Lance just came into my notes section, probably figuring out why can't he get in Zoom because I shut Zoom down. But Lance, if you're watching, I'll open Zoom up. You can come in for the next half of the show. Since you're fucking late. And you're going to be in trouble, Lance. Let me see if he comes in. No, he's not coming in. Oh, maybe. We'll give him a chance. Hold on. Let's see if he comes in. Anyway, but you have Iran letting, they're selling more oil since the war started, which is mind-boggling. They have an island, their cash island, which we can easily just take over the island and take it away from them. Lance, I'm going to bring you in on break, so just sit there and hold tight. And, matter of fact, hold on. I know I can't do it. Anyway, matter of fact, let me take a break now. We're going to take a break. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to bring Lance back in. He must have woke up. Maybe something happened or something. Who knows? My camera didn't work this morning, so maybe he was having tech difficulties. Maybe the CIA didn't want Lance to come on. I would go with that. But we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Apologize for all the tech issues this morning. See you in a few minutes.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.
Hey, welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Look who I found. Here we your host.
Good morning. Rise and grind, baby. What's up, George?
No, you don't get that. Don't interrupt me, bro. Here with Lance Migliaccio, who's better late than never, I say. Yours truly, George Ballantine. Big Mig Mafia, thanks for holding down the chat. Big Mig Army. So listen, if you're out there, if you can hit that thumbs up, like button, follow, share, please do so. Every little bit helps. Lance, where were you, bro?
Listen, it's hard to explain, but it is what it is.
No. What happened?
All right, are you ready to jump in?
I think our guests deserve to know where you were.
Well, hey, it's one of those things you can't always explain what happens, but I can tell you this, it wasn't intentional.
No, I know. You had camera issues too this morning, though?
Yeah.
How funny is we both had camera issues?
It's funny. Sometimes when tech issues happen and you can't really figure it out, it's not only is it frustrating because you feel like you're letting the audience down, you also are suspicious. And I don't understand how all of a sudden our cameras were having similar issues. Normally it's because there's a new software or there's some kind of a conflict. But the fact that the cameras didn't want to come up this morning is kind of unusual. I'm not saying any nefarious stuff. I just think it's odd because, again, there wasn't an update. Usually it's when an update happens and there's a conflict in the software. So
Lance, one of our mods, Skunk71, says, welcome back, but she wants a tardy pass. And she said, please. I have to agree with her, though. I'm going to go with Skunk71 on this one.
All right. Well, I'm going to accept that. It happens. Apologize to you guys. All right, let's dig in. Of course, George and I love our cryptocurrency. BlockTrustIRA.com is the solution. And why do I say that? Because, crypto is 24/7, 365. And for people that can't do that, you need a solution. And, while the financial elites have been quietly building wealth through their cryptocurrency, hardworking Americans have been left behind. And that's why I want to tell you about BlockTrustIRA.com. They're bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. And, of course, their exclusive Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that go far beyond buy and hold. This is sophisticated technology, once only reserved, for the big funds, for Wall Street insiders, and now it's available for you. No surprise that the system was named the #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine. They were chosen out of 1,500 global competitors. Pretty unbelievable. Clients are already seeing over 250% returns on their investments. And with military-grade security and up to $200 million in insurance, your wealth is fully protected. Don't wait. Visit BigMigCrypto.com today and see how you can join the financial revolution that's finally giving everyday Americans access to the crypto opportunity of a lifetime. Visit bigmigcrypto.com and get up to $2,500 of free crypto. Nothing wrong with crypto. Or you can go ahead and grab that QR code. George makes it easy for you. You can head there right off the top, take a snapshot. I highly recommend this product. They're doing incredible, the results, because they pay on the up and down. They don't care. All they're looking for is volatility, and that's a great thing. And they're exceeding buy and hold strategies on Bitcoin. So got to tell you, if you're looking to make some investments in cryptocurrency and you want something that's secure and easy to use, well, then, of course, head over to thebigmigcrypto.com.
Lance, before we go to the next story, I want to get your input on what I was just talking about.
Sure.
Because we're talking about, last thing I was talking about, Iran, the crypto, the oil, Iran's getting, moving more oil through their Strait of Hormuz than before the war, which is mind-boggling. But they asked Trump a question, because we talked about the drones and drone threat to California and even terror cells. And they asked Trump about the Iranian terror cells. And he says, we know where most terror cells are located. We have our eyes on them all. And I'm like, what do you mean you have your eyes on them? Why not arrest them? Why they just, I know it's Cash's FBI, I get it. But why not arrest them, bro? Like, what is the problem?
I'll be honest with you. I don't believe that statement. If you knew you had a known terror cell, if you were absolutely convinced and he's acting as if he has that information, I would have to believe that any individual that knew they were here to do that kind of behavior. Because let's face it, let's look at it from this perspective. FBI, local law enforcement, if you think about it, say they're watching just any criminal. Do you absolutely believe that they never lose track of that criminal? That criminal doesn't maybe park in a mall parking structure and all of a sudden walk through the mall and get away from them or do a change of clothing because they knew they're being surveilled? That happens. And don't let anybody tell you that they're flawless. Maybe the person takes their cell phone and throws it in the trash. Maybe they've been using geofencing to track the person. Listen, nefarious actors are really familiar with intelligence tools. They know exactly what is being used. It was odd. I want to tell you an interesting segue on this just for a second, George. George, have you ever heard of a term, a stingray, when it has a cellular tracking?
Cellular tracking stingray? No, I can't say I have, Lance.
Okay, well, the FBI has this tool. It's a box about this big called a stingray, and it'll duplicate a cell tower, I guess, basically, from my understanding, is how it works. And that stingray is a way to track a cell phone, and they can use it to intercept phone calls. When they're let's say they're trying to listen in on some kind of a phone call from drug dealers or some kind of other criminals. One of those stingrays, it's a really expensive piece of equipment. I don't know the exact price. One of those stingrays ended up on eBay a couple of days ago. You guys can type this in on X. It's where I saw it, and then I looked around to verify. It looks like it's legitimate. And then it was pulled down. eBay said it violated the rules. They wanted $50,000 for it. Now, how somebody got their hands on a stingray, I have no idea. But what I'm telling you is that the criminal underworld is smart. They know just as much about surveillance. I'm not saying that they're all smart, but they also understand FBI surveillance, DEA, ATF, and that's what they do. They try to evade. I would have to think that these Iranian sleeper cells are just as knowledgeable. I'm sure they've been trained in a lot of ways. So why Donald Trump would say, oh, we know who they are and we're keeping an eye on them. That sounds like just a way to just make the American public feel okay, because I think that's a crock of crap. I think if they knew who they were, they would be snatching them up right now. What are they going to wait? Wait until they see them out buying bomb-making supplies, or wait until they lose track of one of them and they go into a panic because maybe that person has been triggered? Yeah, George, I'm not buying it.
Then I got this one. So remember Monday when we're talking about, because they named the new Iranian Ayatollah, the son.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, said, let's take some, let's bet on how long you think it'll last. Well, yesterday, the dumbass idiot, and I said this on the show, so I'm going to just say it. He talked about how he warned any bases, U.S. bases around the area to leave, or he's going to, attack them and take over any ships in the Strait of Hormuz and stuff. Like he just signed his death warrant. I think it's going to be over for him. That's what they needed, just for him to, threaten U.S. military to U.S. Hey, he's done. He's out the door.
I think anybody that's assuming that any of this leadership that's being chosen by past leadership or the Revolutionary Guard is involved in it, I don't think that Donald Trump or any of the countries that are currently involved are going to accept that. So I think that you're right, George. I think that's absolutely a fact. We saw them use if you saw that one video of some very large munitions, some people were trying to say it was some kind of a modified Israeli nuke. Then the U.S., they said it was one of the U.S., the mother of all bombs. There was a lot of, and then I don't know if you saw this. There was a discussion about some kind of a directed energy weapon. I don't know what's true.
Trump said he didn't say the word discombobulator, but he did say he's going to use the weapon they used in Venezuela. But he didn't say discombobulator. But
he didn't hit with the discombobulator. Maybe he's going to come out with some new terminology. Maybe he took some heat over the discombobulator.
No, but I mean, that we're talking about the island. The Karg Island. I said, well, why, we should just take the island over. Like, what the? I don't understand. I think the U.S. Israel are allowing some things to get through just to justify more of this war. Because I mean, seriously. And I was talking about Snowden. Remember when Snowden said, we can shut down a country's electricity by, tapping a button on a computer to have all that and all the other stuff. So why not do it? Let's go. Shut them down and just carpet bomb the shit out of them already. Stop wasting time.
I think you're absolutely on point, George. It's just I don't understand with the allowing of funding. They've said that they moved billions of dollars of the oil to China. And why you would allow them to have that capital access? I mean, they could have said, let's say they said to China, let's say hypothetically, they said, okay, well, we're going to trade that money. We need these weapons. You just take the oil. Now we have billions of dollars in credits, and we want to buy some weapons from you. Now, I'm not telling you they'd be able to get all those weapons in, but even just the danger of them being able to buy more weapons, I don't understand the logic. And the crypto, and I know George covered it really well. I think giving them access to any kind of war chest is a major mistake. So when you start talking about that production island, I understand that they're worried that if they destroy that island or if they, do any kind of infrastructure damage to it, that it'll affect global oil supply. That's their big concern. That's at least what they're saying. But at the same time, why not do what George said? Okay, don't destroy it. Just take it over. Just don't give them any access to it so that now that they can't, fund their war chest any longer. That was the biggest problem with what, Biden did, giving them back all that money. What Obama did, giving them all that money. They weren't in good financial shape until that happened. And then, of course, that allowed them to do a lot of other things. And then on top of it, you're making all these military strategic strikes. And George made a very good point yesterday. So I'm going to let him go from this comment here. I want him to go because he was right over the target, I think. Why would you allow their crypto mining to continue? I haven't heard any strikes about their crypto mining centers, and I think they know where they're at. And the point is, why aren't you striking those? Do you really want these people mining more crypto? And I understand they control 3 to 5% of the world's hash rate, if you know what that is. For the audience that doesn't, just really quickly, that's the amount of mining you can do in a period of time. So their hash rate is 3 to 5% of total mining in the world, which is a really large number, and they're mining for less than $1,400 of Bitcoin.
No, Lance,
wouldn't you
I have a question on that.
Because, of course, Bitcoin's easy to move. It's not like oil. Why would you allow them to continue to mine Bitcoin? George.
So if you think about it, right, I was just thinking about this. If you bomb their mining facilities, any Bitcoin that's being mined in the process, is that Bitcoin going to be lost forever?
Probably.
And maybe, I don't know. I mean, how many wallets are lost forever and you can't get those Bitcoin backs? And I don't know. Could be a good thing or bad thing. Or maybe you should just hack it and just take the Bitcoin.
Well, I think it's interesting.
You know what, Lance?
Because
what do you do? You don't want to sneak into Iran to their Bitcoin mining facility? Just take that shit?
I mean, I'd love to have the Ayatollah's wallet. I believe he has billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin. I'd love to snatch it up and get his seed phrase, but of course he's dead. It might be that he took the seed phrase with him. We don't really know. The point is, allegedly, they have billions and billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin.
The son's got
is it because, George, you said it yesterday, and I'm just going to reiterate. You said, well, maybe they just want to take the Bitcoin and not let anybody know about it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, not everybody's an honest person. Hey. So, yeah, I think they're taking it. But I don't know. I want to go to this next one because I want Michigan Governor Whitmore. She was doing an interview. And it's crazy. Just saying. I'm going to quote her in this interview, and we'll play it. My father once said to me, you know, you'd have to be a sociopath to run for president. That's what he said. And then she goes on, and then about 2 years ago, he said, you might need to think about running for president. So the father's saying that his daughter is a sociopath. I'm just saying. She is freaking nuts. You want to play it, Lance, and you can go off the chain on this one. Dumbass bitch she is.
Well, I'll tell you something funny. My father once said to me, you know, you'd have to be a sociopath to run for president. And then about 2 years ago, he said, you might need to think about running for president. And I said, are you calling me a sociopath, Dad? You know, it is, you know, it's a great compliment to be included in an incredible class of people that may or may not run for president. I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm really not. No one believes me. Everyone writes their stories anyway. But I've got 8 months to get as much done as I can on my agenda in Michigan. I believe that the best way to create any opportunity for yourself is do a damn good job with the opportunity you have right now. So,
you know, I think it's interesting between Newsom admitting that he got less than an 800 score on his SAT combined, you know, and now Whitmer is alleging, you know, not alleging, basically kind of embracing that she's a sociopath. You know, this is some odd behavior, right? I mean, these are supposed to be the brightest and best in the country. These are supposed to be, you know, our political elite. You know, is this really what you want in office? Are these the kind of individuals that somebody would say that her own family called her a sociopath, which I don't think I'd ever call my daughter that, you know, even if I had some feeling that I lean towards thinking that she was. I don't think I would publicly state it. But here she is almost embracing it like it's a big funny ha-ha. You know, like Newsom saying, well, I can't even barely read, or I can't read. You know, these comparisons they give, you know, it's like Jasmine Crockett. You know, AOC. I keep saying it. I just can't figure out why we would want any of these people in public office. I think they should all be required to take a IQ test. Maybe now in this case, maybe a mental health evaluation would be a good idea along the way.
Speaking of Jasmine Crockett, if a Democrat president wins, she's going to be in some position. Watch. That bitch.
Maybe she should be Secretary of State.
Yeah, right. Imagine that. She'd get ghetto fabulous and all the other.
I can't imagine it.
She'd be ghetto fabulous.
Yeah.
No, I had a funny video. Let me see if I can find it. You're going to like it. Let me see if I get it. Just keep talking.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, you know, we've said it before. Lots of nefarious operations going on. Ballot harvesting billionaire payola pack. So I guess they just caught a group in broad daylight, and this is Ballot Initiative signature gatherers in California, paying for signatures, backed by a billionaire super PAC. So this is a street videographer, J.J. Smith, and on camera he appears to it's election crimes. It's in San Francisco, no surprise, home of the low-life Nancy Pelosi. So there's a line of people at a corner at 6th Street and Mission Street in Soma neighborhood, if you know that area in San Francisco. And they're soliciting signatures on Monday. And Smith walks up to the line with a sign that says, that reads, can you read and write? Sign petition for $5. So can you read and write? First they ask him and then sign it. Smith says to the man, what's the line for? He responds, well, they're giving $5 to sign a petition. So when Smith asked the two women seated at the table, I get $5 too? She replies, yeah. What is it, he asked. The woman responds, just sign it. Doesn't respond to what it is.
Say what?
Yeah, first name is going to be Carol, last name Sanderson. This is the address right here. The city, Alleviating.
Would that be considered voter fraud? Because there's no such thing as voter fraud.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the PAC, it's founded with $35 million from Google co-founder Sergey Brin. former Google CEO Eric Schmidt, and numerous other billionaires. And I guess that's according to influencewatch.org. I mean, this is pretty, I don't think it's unbelievable, but let's play the clip just so the audience can see what we're talking about. And think about the fact, just sign it. Here's your $5. They're just trying to prey on the homeless, maybe people that aren't financially doing well. Just sign this. Don't worry about it.
Not the Democrats.
Let's go ahead and play it.
Excuse me. Hey, what's the line for?
Sign a petition. Shut up! Don't say nothing more. They get $25 to sign a petition.
They get $25?
$5.
$5. Okay. Did you have to have your ID?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Never.
I've never been so disrespectful in my life.
They laughing at you. You don't let them.
What do I need?
They laughing. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, just
What is this?
him.
Right here?
I don't know. Him. What name do you got? What name is that?
The Crocker.
Jeffrey Crocker. We'll be here all day. Come back. Yeah, you here. You only signed 2 of them so far, right?
Yeah. Now it's a scribble and have.
He signed 2 of them?
Jeffrey, don't forget, don't scribble.
He signed 2 of them.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna lie. He keep on, so.
It's gonna get long.
I get $5 too?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Just sign it.
Just sign it?
Yeah. You ready, ma'am? First name is going to be Carol. Last name Sanderson. This is the address right here. This is the city, Avila Beach. And this is the zip code. Oh, there. So remember, first name is Carol.
I get it. Yeah. I got you.
Sign it here.
So here's the thing, right? You see clear crimes going on there, right? That's a crime. Can't do that. How many arrests did we have so far? Let me help you out. Fucking 0. And there's another thing, Lance, that came out. It came out, I don't know if it was this morning. They said in a new federal review of voter registration lists has uncovered tens of thousands of non-citizens, hundreds of thousands of dead registrants, and widespread duplicate registrations. This is according to the U.S. Department of Justice. Now, this was discovered by Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights Harmeet Dillon. But guess what? All that they found, guess what? Lance, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All that they found, guess what? I'm going to say it again.
What?
They haven't done nothing about it, though. They find we hear all these stories about finding this and finding that and finding crime, whether it be through Epstein or whatever, and nothing gets done. I'm telling you, shit like this.
Well, look at the Chan Zuckerbucks operation. $450 or $60 million, dumped into the 2020 election. Nothing's happened. You don't hear Mark Zuckerberg. You got him sitting in in important meetings. He's still lurking around the White House. You tell me, George.
I don't know.
Are we ever going to see that, or do billionaires all get a pass? I guess the billionaires. Don't worry, guys. Billionaires all get a pass.
It's not even. Forget about billionaires. Anybody gets a pass. If it's Democrats, they get a pass. Doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or you seen like you just seen on the video on the streets. Regular citizens. They all get. Everybody's getting a pass. It's fucking crazy.
No doubt.
But I want to do something funny, Lance. I want to play a video. It's about Marco Rubio. He's getting another job role added to his duties. And
Man of many hats.
And this is how he's taking it. Poor Rubio.
It's unbelievable the amount of weight that's been thrown. I mean, and again, I didn't like Marco Rubio as a pick in the beginning. I wasn't really sure about him. I was concerned about it, but clearly I was wrong. I can accept that. I wish some of these other administrative placements would prove me wrong. But let's talk about Pam Bondi.
Who?
I guess she has reportedly vacated her D.C. home. She's moved into a fortified military base. amid threats from cartels, supposedly linked to the Maduro capture, and the Epstein files controversy. I'm thinking it's more the Epstein files controversy. I'm not sure that the cartels would be, saying it's because of Maduro. So she reportedly vacated her Washington, D.C. residence and moved into a secure housing on a military base after federal authorities flagged credible threats against the top law enforcement official. Now, this is according to the New York Times. The relocation occurred within the past month, and it was because of these escalating risks tied to the two explosive developments.
You know what I'm thinking?
George, are you thinking it's Maduro?
No.
Or do you feel like it's the intense scrutiny, public pressure, political pressure over the handling of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation? You know, everybody online, myself included.
No to both.
Oh, yeah? What do you think it is?
I think it's the patriots of this country, giving her so much shit because she hasn't done nothing. Whether it could be with the Epstein, I don't know, no arrests or conviction, no nothing from the Russia hoax, the stolen elections. We got nothing. All we got is nothing from her. Nothing.
Maybe they shouldn't have moved her into the base. Maybe they ought to just move her into a retirement. Maybe she should have resigned. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I just, it's one of those things that, you look at and you wonder what the real reasoning was. Because I think the public is tired of this. They're tired of the promises that were made and promises that are not being kept. So, I don't know. Let's talk about another massive grift by Barack Obama, George.
No, not Barack. Barack Hussein Obama?
That's him. That's the guy.
One from Kenya?
That's him.
What do you do? What do you do now?
Well, look, I mean, of course, financial filings have relieved, and everybody probably thought this. I'm sure this isn't a surprise. Massive grift at the Obama Foundation. So I guess their new financial filings relieve that there's a lot of people making a shitload of money off the Obama Foundation. Just like the Clinton Foundation, you know what a massive grift that was. I feel like we're taking a walk down memory lane. Valerie Jarrett, a former Obama White House player, of course, was central to the Obama presidency, is making a very easy, cool $740,000 per year running the foundation. $750,000. I think that's more than the president of the United States makes in a year, George.
That's like almost double. No wonder it's getting done. I mean, that building's fucking ugly. It looks like a when you go into Manhattan, you see they're holding prisons and holding tanks. That's what it looks like. I mean, look at it. And
so there's lots of other people pulling huge six-figure salaries.
So it's just like when he was president, giving all this money away to all these people's friends and stuff, doing the same shit with the foundation.
Yeah, and the foundation has up more than 300 people working for it. Now this has been a long delay. That, you know how much that building cost, George? At least this is what they've acknowledged. I'm not saying it's not more.
Couple billion.
$850 million.
For what?
For that ugly.
I know the people over there hate this. That's a sight for sore eyes. I mean, maybe one of the Iranian cells can go bomb that shit. Just saying. Fuck it. Or fly a drone into it. Since you guys are here and the FBI ain't doing nothing about them. Destroy that. Take out Newsom in that building. We'll be happy right now.
Yeah, it's pretty hideous. It's been run way behind schedule. And now, so they're taking all this money at the top. All the top level people there are just getting paid through the wazoo. And what are they doing now? Now they're trying to get 300 volunteers to work at the foundation. They want them to work for free. They want volunteers so that they can work for free and they can, help meet with anybody coming through the library. That's a 19-acre property. Basically, parks and other crap. And I don't know. I don't
Get rid of that shit.
I don't know who was in charge of the design there, George. I'm not sure.
I don't know either, but just the amount of time. How long has it been building that?
I don't know what the total time.
I mean, he got out of office, what, January 2017?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost 10 years, bro. Like, what the fuck is taking you so long?
Who knows? Well, probably the grift. Probably they're trying to figure a steal. They're trying milking the foundation. Who knows how much money is being stolen out of the foundation? Then that's what you don't have any oversight, you know. And you know, listen, Jarrett was one of Obama's closest advisors, and it took over as CEO in 2021. So I just, you know, it is what it is. Anything tied to the Obamas, the Clintons, you know, walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's a freaking duck. And that's what it exactly is. It's just one more big grift to make some, you know, political elites believe that they can just continue to steal and do whatever they want. But there won't be any oversight. They'll just get away with it, and they'll continue to enjoy their enriched lives on the backs of Americans and other people that probably were stupid enough, or other foundations or other PACs or big money that, you know, gave the money to build this $1 billion atrocity. That's an ugly ass building, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Sure is.
All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you guys tuning in today. If you love the show, make sure you leave a comment on your way out the door. Hit that follow button. If you can do the paid subscription, we always appreciate that. Maybe a Rumble Rant tip. Whatever you can do for the show, help us grow. We appreciate it. For the people that have been doing the live posting, thank you very much. You know who you are. We appreciate you guys have been doing some of that. Those links, I always check them out. So once again, thanks for the help. All right. We will see you tomorrow. Crypto Power Hour, 7 a.m. Of course, the number one crypto show on Rumble. And we'll be doing our regular show at 11 a.m. So big day tomorrow. Love you guys.
You know, I should punish you, Lance, and let you stay on for another half hour while I just go somewhere.
I could, but the only thing I'd have up my sleeve would be singing, and I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing.
I was going to say, I wouldn't do that to our listeners.
I don't blame you.
Shit.
Bless you.
Here's some music. All right. I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow morning for the Crypto Power Hour, 7 a.m., and then 11 o'clock for our show. I'm going to raid somebody. I don't know who it is. It's coming through right now. Let me hit the confirm raid. LFA. We're raiding LFA today. I don't know why, but just doing it. Later, guys.
I might have to let it drop. Said gotta do hella big, had to put it back again, get like it. Said had to bring hella big, had to put it.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA. The future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom. And you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth. These canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.